Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to The Longing. It's day 184. We're getting there. I've said that every day. I've said it every single day. I've said we're getting there. But we are getting there. It's day 184. It's a Wednesday today. It's Wednesday the 26th of May, one day closer to June. And I am very tired today, and that is for one reason. And that reason is that I spent about 6 hours straight last night just playing Resident Evil 7. Like, seriously. 6 hours straight. I started at like 10 or 11 at night, and then I just went straight through until I finished the game. And man, I love the feeling of finishing a game. I think it's so rare nowadays, I think, to have a single player game with a tight focus and it ends. You have so many open world games which you'd beat the final boss and then you just, that's it. You go back into the open world and then what? And then you have what am I trying to say? The environment is so polluted by multiplayer games like battle royales and like arena shooters and team-based shooters. So much they don't have an ending. You can win a round or a match, but then what? And so it was so refreshing to play Resident Evil 7 and have it be really good for a start, and also have an ending, a very satisfying ending. I had a great time. It was fucking terrifying. There were only a few spots where I was like properly like gut-wrenching terror, but they really worked. I'm excited to play Resident Evil 8. It's installed, it's ready to go. I'm going to start the playthrough right after this. I'm probably not going to play it all the way through because, well, I would like to get some sleep. But I'm very excited for it, and in preparation to play it, then I watched a 2-hour-long video on the entire Resident Evil timeline, because I have never played a Resident Evil game before Resident Evil 7. And Chris Redfield, spoiler alert for Resident Evil 7, a game that came out 4 years ago, Chris Redfield appears at the end, after Ethan Winters does all those trials and tribulations, and he beats the final boss, and Chris Redfield pops up and is like, "Hey, it's me, I'm Chris Redfield, remember me from the other games?" That is the only link to like the other Resident Evil games. I don't know. It's like the biggest one, at least. That's the only other one. And it happened, and I was like, oh, well, I know Chris Redfield is a major character in these games, but I don't care. Who is this? He's great. He's rescued me. Thanks. And so I thought I should probably at least have a vague idea of the story. It turns out the story is a complete shit show. I watched that 2-hour video. I don't know anything. I know that Chris Redfield and Leon Kennedy and Claire Redfield and Jill Valentine just go around fighting zombies all the time. And sure, there's some global conspiracies or whatever. I think. I'm not sure. But I watched that 2-hour video. It was good, I guess. And I'm excited for Resident Evil 8, which, from what I hear, does more to connect itself to the series as a whole. I have avoided a lot of spoilers. I know what happens at the very beginning. I'm not going to say it because that'd be mean. I know what happens at the very beginning of the game. And that's it. I know that... obviously, I know about the tall lady with the big tits. And I also know that there is a section... There's an area in the game which people have described as like the most terrifying experience they've had in their life, or like at least the most terrifying experience they've had in a game. I'm not looking forward to that, because the most terrifying experience I've had in a game was last night in Resident Evil 7. And that was pretty spooky. It was in the end, towards the end of the mother's area, so to speak. Again, some spoilers for Resident Evil 7, but you kill the mother, you defeat her in battle, and then you have to go to the top of a building. I say that you have to go to the second floor of a building. The first floor if you're British, so I should, yeah, whatever. You have to go to the upper floor of a building, and there's nothing there. There's a few rooms that you walk through, and it's completely dark, and there's no sound, and it's absolutely terrifying. I was sweating, my heart was racing, it was incredible. There were only a couple times that really happened in Resident Evil 7. The other time was right at the very beginning, which I played a few days ago. At the very beginning, the first area of the game is just really scary, and I love it. It's great. You have a couple boss battles or whatever, but before that, when you're walking around in a house, you don't know who's in it, you don't know what's going to happen, you don't know any of the characters, you're just looking for your wife, or whatever Mia is, I don't know. Girlfriend, wife. Same difference. It's great. I thought it was a really great game, and I'm glad that I wasn't too scared to not play it. Or too scared to play it. I'm glad that I wasn't really scared, because it's a really great experience. And yeah, like I say, I'm excited for Resident Evil 8. I'm excited to play that. Can't wait to see that big old vampire lady. Should be good. I don't see what people see in her. I mean, I'm sure she's a lovely person when she's not like trying to kill Ethan Winters. But you know. And I'm out of stuff. I shouldn't have. I'm out of stuff to say. So I really hope this walk ends pretty soon. Oh yeah, I made some meatballs today. That was my dinner. I made some pesto meatballs, and it was very tasty. And I put some feta in the meatballs because usually, like, ricotta is a popular thing to put in meatballs. I don't know why. I've done it before, and it was very nice. But I didn't have any ricotta, so I put some feta in, and it was great. Put some feta and some lemon in the mix. Make it into balls, fry them up, put them in some sauce. Delicious stuff. And it was delicious. And there's some left for my lunch tomorrow. Yummy. And the walk has ended. We're at the random place. We're at this pool. So that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. It's been a pleasure, as always. I hope you all had a great day. I've had a good day, if not a tiring one, because I went to bed so late. And I'll see you tomorrow. Now I'm gonna go play Resident Evil Village, and it's gonna scare my tits off.